It's always exciting when new watches drop, whether that's from the big name players or the micro brands that are absolutely crushing it. Today we're taking a look at a really great mix of new watch releases that bring fresh designs, great specs, and a ton of personality. Mother of pearl dials are a bit of a trend this year, and Yema has had a mic drop moment because they've taken that MOP design and given it a cool twist with a mother of pearl bezel. The French watch brand didn't just stop at the dial. It extended the iridescent material all the way around the watch, and as far as I know, it's the first time anyone's done this. The result is really quite stunning and looks super awesome in a tool watch format. Yema's Navigraph was already a sharp-looking retro diver, but this move gives it a level of elegance you don't usually see in a full-blown luxury watch. Both the dial and bezel insert use thick slices of MOP that shimmer in the light, and I'm sure seeing this watch in person, it's probably a whole nother level. This new collection comes in two colorways, and at first glance, they probably look a little similar, but they definitely have some unique characteristics. There's a lighter blue limited edition of 200 pieces that leans more turquoise and sea foam, and a darker regular production model with navy and deep purple tones. Cutting mother of pearl into a perfect circle for a dial is already pretty darn tough. It's brittle, fragile, and difficult to align perfectly with the dial's tones. But somehow Yema really pulled it off and took this classic dive watch look to a whole new level. The 39mm steel case is only 9.7mm in thickness, with brushed and polished finishes that make it look sleek and definitely very wearable. Underneath the glimmering dial is Yema's in-house micro rotor caliber CMM20, a rare movement type in this price range. It has a 70-hour power reserve and +3 to -7 seconds of accuracy per day. Using a micro rotor also helps keep the case slim, adding to its everyday comfort. Yema swapped the usual Navigraph hands for the Superman diver style with blue glowing lume, tying it all together with the sporty yet refined look. Each watch's mother of pearl pattern is one of a kind. The price starts at $21.90 on a rubber strap or $24.90 on a steel bracelet. Although Delma isn't a name a lot of watch enthusiasts know, they have a history dating back all the way to 1924. That legacy set the stage for the Ocean Master line, introduced in 2017. A true nautical instrument with a large cushion case, a sailing bezel, a tactical planner, and points of sail markings. Over the years, we've seen different variants like the Antarctica, the Tide, and a few others, but this new version might be my absolute favorite so far. It has a 44mm cushion case, 13.8 in thickness, and 51 from lug to lug. It's definitely not small, but well proportioned and will look really great on the wrist. Most of the case is satin brushed with sharp, polished bevels that catch light really beautifully. The unidirectional nautical bezel offers deep grooves for grip. There's a screw-down crown with integrated guards and a helium escape valve that sits at the 9 o'clock. And don't get it twisted, this is definitely a true dive watch with 500 meters of water resistance. What is a bit surprising for such a capable dive watch is the exhibition caseback. Delma used a thick sapphire window that's been tightly sealed so you could see the movement in action without compromising the watch's overbuilt character. The rest of the details are equally as impressive. The applied markers are tall and cleanly executed, while the frame date window at the 6 integrates neatly into the design. Inside ticks a Sellita SW200 automatic movement, which runs at 28,800 vibrations per hour and has a 41-hour power reserve. It comes equipped on a 3-link steel bracelet that complements the case perfectly with brushed outers and polished center links, and it also has a toolless micro-adjustable clasp to help get the perfect fit. The price is $1,650, and I definitely think this new model will help put Delma on the map. Stone dials are definitely another big trend this year, and the new watch from Ferrer takes that to a whole new level. The brand's new Stratton Moonphase really stands out. It uses a material almost no one else touches, iron quartz. This dark, smoky brown stone with red gold veins caused by iron is absolutely stunning, and while Rolex first used it on a day date back in 2021, very few brands have followed. The watch keeps the same compact cushion case that we've known to love from Ferrer, 38.5mm by 43.8 by 11.5 in thickness, complete with its signature engraved hobnail sides, but for the first time, the case gets a rich gold PVD finish that perfectly complements the warm tones of the stone. And the style is definitely the big star of the show, and it's paired with a huge moonphase display stretching from 9 down to 3. The moon itself has a realistic texture set against a hand-pointed, starry backdrop, and here's the really cool part. It's gold, not because of paint, but because Ferrer developed a gold-tinted superluminova that glows green in the dark. The rose gold lance hands also get lume, while the hour markers are made of lumicast, a ceramic luminous material that glows blue, giving the dial a magical two-tone glow at night. Flip it over and the hand-wound Sellita SW288 elaborate grade movement is visible through a sapphire caseback, which is also decorated with blued screws and a repeating Ferrer A logo across the bridge. This is definitely one of the most luxurious looking Ferrer watches, and it's priced just a bit over $2,000, which I think is a really fair price for a watch with this much details, and that movement's going to be an incredible timekeeper. I've always been a fan of watches with the panda dial, but sometimes they could start to look a lot similar. A white dial, black subdials, and oftentimes a tachymeter scale, but that's about it. That's why Brellum's latest addition to their lineup caught my attention. On the surface, it looks like a traditional panda chronograph. But if you look closer, you'll notice something that you never see: 4 subdials. Most panda chronographs stop at either 2 or 3, so seeing a 4th makes it instantly stand out. The last automatic panda dial chrono I could think of that had 4 was the Universal Geneva Tricompax, and that's been gone for half a century. But Brellum didn't want to add a 4th subdial just for the sake of it. Instead of using it for a moon pusher or date pointer like the Tricompax, they gave it a clever twist. The date sits quietly at the 6 o'clock, tucked inside the 12-hour totalizer with the matching white on black color scheme so it blends in just right. Up top at the 12 is your 30-minute chrono counter, the running second sits at 9, and over at 3 is where the fun begins, a power reserve indicator. That alone is pretty rare to see on a chrono. But Brellum made it even cooler by using 2 overlapping scales that show the same info in opposite directions. It's a neat design trick that adds symmetry and depth without cluttering the dial. The rest of the watch is equally solid. A 43mm stainless steel case with polished chamfers and brushed sides, a double-domed sapphire crystal front and back, and a water resistance to 100 meters. Inside is a COSC-certified Valjoux-based 7750 chronograph movement that's been nicely decorated, complete with a rose gold-coated rotor showing off the certification. This is a super limited release with just 33 pieces, and it's priced at $3,880. G-Shock has always been known for making really tough-as-nails watches, but every once in a while they dress things up a little bit and surprise us. Case in point, the new GST B1000 series under the G-Steel lineup. It's got a sleeker, more refined vibe with 3 texture dial options, all featured on an analog layout. The case measures 46.9 by 44.2 by 11.6 millimeters, which actually makes it smaller and thinner than the full metal Casioak. You get an octagonal bezel, a nod to G-Shock's very first watch, paired with an integrated stainless steel bracelet finished off with a trifold clasp. But don't let that polished look fool you. This is a pure G-Shock on the inside. Under the metal exterior is a carbon-reinforced resin case that keeps everything safe. And there's also urethane buffer parts where the band meets the case to absorb impact and reduce stress. It's also rated for 200 meters of water resistance, so it's capable to do just about anything. Functionally, you get all the basics: stopwatch, countdown timer, and LED light. There's no battery indicator on the watch, but it connects to a smartphone app that does show you the remaining power and helps with different settings. It's currently in the European and Asian markets for around $460, but it is coming to the US sometime soon, which I'm definitely excited for because this is a total knockout. As crazy as this sounds, technically any analog watch can function as a compass if you know the trick. In the northern hemisphere, you just hold the watch flat, point the hour hands at the sun, and south will be halfway between that hands and the 12 o'clock marker. It's definitely a neat survival hack, but it isn't exactly precise. That's why it's always nice when a watch builds that feature right in. And Bell and Ross has taken that idea to another level with the new BR03 GMT compass, a travel-ready tool watch that makes the compass the star of the show. The 42mm stainless steel watch has a busy-looking dial at first, but everything serves a purpose. The small white triangle is your hour hands, the short white stick is your minute hands, and the blue tip seconds hand sweeps across the full dial. The skeletonized diamond-shaped GMT hand is where things do get interesting. One half white, one half red. And the red portion acts as a compass needle that you align with the rotating Batman bezel to track direction or time in another zone. To actually use it as a compass, you first need to set your GMT hand to solar time, basically local true time based on the sun's position. Then hold the watch parallel to the ground and point that red GMT hand towards the sun. The dial's compass scale will then show your direction clearly. It's a bit more technical than the old school trick, but a lot more accurate. And it turns a regular GMT into a true traveler instrument. one rubber and one fabric strap, and you've got a tough, adventure-ready package that looks super sharp on the wrist. It's limited to 500 pieces and it's priced at $5,000. That's it for the watches today. Definitely let me know which was your favorite or if there's one you just didn't like at all. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.